Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. We got some breaking news here. The WWE 2K24 WWE Games main X account, still doesn't roll off the tongue, Twitter account, I'm going to say Twitter forever, screw it. They just posted this picture right here of a referee shirt with sleeves cut off. Now shout outs to Just Brian, because he says that's kind of a reference to Stone Cold. And I wouldn't even have thought of them. Like, oh yeah, because of the sleeveless. So this could mean also that instead of just your normal showcase, we're also going to get maybe a 40 years of WrestleMania mode, because it is the 40th anniversary. Shout outs to Just Brian. Make sure you go check out his channel. He just crossed 2,000 subscribers. Heck yeah, buddy. And make sure you check out the rest of the Off the Top podcast. We're all going to be covering this game. Make sure you check out our group channel, Off the Top. We got a lot of fun content planned for this. So do our individual channels. If you want to get all our individual takes, make sure you subscribe to everybody. So with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about how I think this should control. And I also wanted to say I was actually more of a referee than a wrestler when I was in the business for over 6 years. So I have some ideas on how this should control. So other than just have the normal gameplay, which we all want, because it's been a long time, where it's third person and it gives you that control, like all the little mini games. I'm curious to see what they come up with, because it's been such a long time. It'd be cool if they came up with new systems. Like, let's say there's a manager on the outside and there's a mini game. Like, you have to do this mini game so that you can take your attention away from the manager distracting you, even though you can literally see what's going on over here, like real time. You can't just automatically hit DQ because you can actually see it, because it's showing the whole ring. So what would be cool is, like, there's these little mini games, like, even though you can see what's going on because we're playing a video game, it'd be real fun if you're like, oh crap, I gotta hurry and get this mini game done so I can go disqualify him. And if you don't get him, like, if you don't get the manager off the apron quick enough, then they'll get away with cheating. Like little mechanics like that. I feel like that would be super fun. I know I'm going off the rails here a little bit because that sounds crazy. We'll be lucky if it's just a bare bones, control scheme. Like, you can count, you can disqualify, you can hit, you can say yes, they submitted. I'm guessing there's only gonna be a couple match types for this, but let me have fun here, because there's so many things you could do with special guest referee. And another thing about this that's super exciting for us YouTube creators, I mean, imagine the videos that we can come up with. Let's say you're trying to book your own show, like your own universe show. If you don't want to play as the characters in the game, you could just ref everything and decide the outcome that way. That way you can really control who gets over and everything just in that aspect. I mean, it'd probably be more fun to actually play as a wrestler, but let's say you have a group of people. I really hope Universe Mode is online, because this would be huge for Universe Mode in particular. Because let's say you're playing this big match in Universe Mode and you're booking it like a real show for your YouTube channel or Twitch channel or whatever. You could really plan out the match, do spots like a real match. You can determine the outcome. You can tell the ref. It's how the real behind the scenes work in actual wrestling. And if you didn't know, I used to wrestle for about 6 years. Wasn't very good. And in that 6 years, I did referee quite a bit. So it'd be really fun to really capture what the referee has to deal with, And I think another cool feature, just for the special guest referee, and it has to be an option because a lot of people probably wouldn't like it, but I think it'd be really fun, is a first person mode, just for the referee. Like, if you're a special guest referee, it should be in first person, because you're not flying off the ropes, so you won't get like motion sickness or anything like that. But I mean, how fun would it be? Because then you truly get the feeling of being a referee. Like, you can hear them getting hit with a chair behind you, but you're stuck dealing with the manager that's on the ropes that's distracting you, right? And there'll be a countdown timer, like I said before, and stuff like that. So I think just for special guest referee, I think it'd be really fun to have a first person mode, or at the very least, when the manager's distracting you or the tag team partner is distracting you or whatever, when you're being distracted or unconscious, it should go into like a first person mode. So let's say you're having a match between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And you're the special guest referee and Paul Heyman is outside. let's say Paul Heyman gets up on the ropes because Roman's about to cheat, and it goes into the minigame, and he calls you over, and you get stuck talking to him, right? And you're looking at his ugly mug, and you're trying to do this minigame to try to convince him to get off the apron. And you have to do this minigame. It could be button presses, it could be some stupid joystick thing, whatever, to get him off the ropes. And if you don't get him off the ropes quick enough, Roman will have enough time to use a steel chair, to use a kendo stick, to hit him with a low blow. And like I said, if you don't get Paul Heyman off the ropes quick enough, then he gets away with cheating. But let's say you're really good at it, you're really, really fast, and you get to turn your head around and you see it, it'll have a little prompt show up where you can disqualify him. Or you could just be like, oh, I didn't see anything. Give you the option, right? Like, oh, no, it's fine, I didn't see nothing. Even though I blatantly saw him hit him with the kendo stick. No, you're good, that's totally fair. Just little touches like that to really immerse yourself in the world of WWE and wrestling. It's so fun because I kind of fell off the wrestling games at during the, pretty much since 2K15, because that game to me was crap. I bought it every year, but I barely touched them up until 2K20. Because in 2K15 all the way to 2K20, I was pretty much trying to do it for real. And when you do it for real and you see how many little things the game misses and doesn't do well, it kind of destroyed the magic of the game for me. And watching it on TV, because you see all the things they mess up on. It took a lot for me to get back into wrestling. Off the Top podcast guys have really helped me get back into it. The magic is starting to come back. I love seeing it. And it's kind of motivating me to want to actually go and try to do it again. Obviously, I'll never make it to the WWE or anything like that. Not as a wrestler anyway. I could easily become, well, not easily, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I probably could become a referee because I was an amazing referee. I was getting calls from all sorts of independent developers, indie promotions and stuff like that. DeFi Wrestling, where Cody was wrestling right before AEW started. I got a call to go do it, but my ego got in the way. And I didn't. I mean, I could have been a referee for AEW because some of the refs that were at that show ended up being in AEW. So I missed an opportunity there, and I've been kicking myself ever since. So anyway, these are just some thoughts on Special Guest Referee. Are you excited for the mode? There's so many possibilities for just us content creators in general for this match type. And any new match type they add to a wrestling game, even though it was in old wrestling games, is a win. I couldn't be more excited about this. Anyway, thank you for watching. How do you feel about this? And stay frosty.